Very good morning to you wherever you are. I'm Benedict Toast. Welcome to the sports segment here on the AM Show. A lot to talk about this morning. UEFA Champions League action later tonight. Big games to serve out. Obviously, the top liner tonight is the Paris Saint-Germain and Napoli game, which will be played in Italy. Also, Liverpool are away to play Real Star Belgrade. That game will happen in Serbia. And obviously, the Ghanaian international, that's Richmond Boakye is expected to play a part in that game for Real Star Belgrade. Those are two of many games that will happen later tonight in the UEFA Champions League. We'll talk more about that, but we have to start here on the low coast. And Black Stars coach Kwesi Appiah is expected to name his squad for the upcoming game against Ethiopia, which is an Africa Cup of Nations qualifier by close of this week. So what it means is that then the talking point ahead of the squad announcement is a possible return of the Ayew brothers. Remember, last time the Ayew played for the Black Stars was in a game against Ethiopia and then Congo. That was somewhere last year. Since then, they've not made it to the Black Stars team. But what we are picking up is that in the squad that is yet to be named, Coach Kwesi Appiah is likely to hand a call-up to the Ayew brothers. And we are asking that at this point that the players are not on top form, why is he inviting them? Well, joining me on the phone to do more on this is my colleague and senior journalist, Asma. Hi, Eko. Thanks so much for joining me this morning on the program. First of all, what do you think on this squad announcement that is coming up that Andre Ayew and his brother Jordan Ayew are likely to be in the team for the game against Ethiopia?
Thank you, Benedict. Isn't it ironic that it would happen almost coincidentally with the birthday of Abedi Ayew Philip,
which was yesterday.
It's a conciliatory gesture and it's very welcome. I mean, there's been unnecessary rancor and all kinds of division on the front of the Black Stars camp, especially with Samuel Jan's recent incursions when he hasn't particularly been very active on the field of play. You know, spreading all kinds of rumors here and there about the coach Kwesi Appiah showing open bias and all that. So this will be a very welcome development, especially with Kuja Samoa, Samuel Jan, Dede Ayew, and Jordan Ayew all invited in one camp for one particular match. It will be just like the team that played in the Germany match. I remember all four of these players played. Jordan, Dede, Asamoah Gyan, and Kuja Samoa all played in that famous 2-2 draw against Germany.
Okay.
So a very good point, so we can stay united and think about the most important task ahead. Okay. Talking about Cameroon 2019.
So, Mr. Asma, you don't care about the form of the players, whether Jordan is scoring goals at Crystal Palace or whether Andre Ayew is playing very well for Fenerbahce. All you want is to see the players in the squad.
Well, Kwesi Appiah has indicated to us that he doesn't care about the form of the players because Majid Waris wasn't playing well. He kept calling him. Even Nicolas Opoku hadn't played at the club side, and he kept calling him. And then Asamoah Gyan was not playing at this club side, and he kept calling him. So the criteria by Kwesi Appiah is that, well, I feel comfortable with these players, and I think they can deliver for me regardless of their form guide at their club level.
Okay.
So since that's what he's demonstrated to us, we'll go by his criteria.
Okay. Mr. Asma, thanks so much for your time this morning. I've been joined on the phone lines by Coach J. Sapon, veteran coach here in Ghana. Coach Sapon, thanks so much for your time here on the show. I was asking Mr. Asma his view on the possible return of the Ayews. I mean, the players are not playing very well. I mean, we all attest to the fact of what is happening to Jordan Ayew. Since he moved to Crystal Palace, he's not scored a goal. Andre Ayew is playing for Fenerbahce. His main role is not to score goals, but at least he scored 1 goal in 11 games he's played so far for the club. Is it not a case of Kwesi Appiah bowing to public pressure? That's why he's calling the players. Because at the point that they were on form, he didn't call them.
Well, I think the return of the Ayew brothers, for me, is good for the Black Stars. And if you even go back to think about the inclusion of Kuja Samoa in the team, then with Wakasu, it means he wants to rely on the old guys. And I always give the credit to the coach. The coach follows what philosophy he has for his team. he will be held reliable and responsible for any mishap. So he also goes that way to get his players who will help him deliver a good result for his team. So for now, for me, I would say kudos to Kwasi Appiah in inviting the Ayew brothers to come back. Of course, they have not been scoring, they have not been having a good form. It depends on the coach over there, who the coach wants to use at a particular time. So perhaps at training, he'll be playing well, and then he has few matches to play. So for me, I mean, it's good for Kwasi to bring them.
How about Asamoah's inclusion as well?
Yeah, Asamoah also has been on the quiet. And I don't think sidelining him will also be any problem. I would like him to come. You know, because I spoke to Kwasi, and we all lamented about the striking department of the team. But from goalkeeping to defense and midfield, we don't have a problem. But the problem lies with who plants the ball into the net. You know, and so he has been signing Jamina and others. Maggie Warriors are here. You know, Maggie has not been scoring also. He has been very blunt in front of goal. So we need to get someone who is very efficient in front of goal.
Okay.
And Asamoah, at least, if he's playing, out of 20 balls, Asamoah can score about 2.
All right.
You see, that's the reason why I think the coach wants to have that confidence in him to bring him on board.
Coach, thanks so much for your time this morning. Really appreciate it. So that's Coach J.E. Sapon also with his perspective on the yet-to-be-named squad, the Black Stars yet-to-be-named squad. But what is happening is that from our reliable sources, Andrew Ayew and his brother Jordan Ayew will be in that team. Asamoah also expected to be in the team for the game against Ethiopia. That game will be played on November 18. It's an Africa Cup of Nations qualifier.